Hello and welcome to a quick tech tutorial on Google Drawings today. This is what you're going to be doing for your real estate phase 1 part of the assignment here that we're working on. And I want to start off by first saying congratulations, because you've just been given the keys to your brand new Minecraft real estate company building. So it's time to make a name for yourself. And speaking of name, what is your company's name? Well, that's what phase 1 is all about. You're going to be creating a logo and putting your company name on it. This drawing that you're going to be creating actually will be used later on in phase 2 when you start creating your Google form and emailing that off to your second grader. So you have a couple of options for this assignment. You can make a unique design that is completely yours and takes it from your complete creativity, or you can use images from the internet and use them in your logo. Okay, so now this is worth a 25 points of the 100-point assignment that we're doing. And I will tell you right now, if you're just using images from the internet, though that may look great and neat, since you're not putting as much work in it, slightly simpler, you will only be able to get a maximum of 20 points. If you are creative and you make your own design, make it look really nice and sharp and neat, using shapes and things yourself, then you can earn the whole 25 points. So think about that as you make your decisions. I'm going to show you how to do both option 1 and option 2. You can decide after watching the video which one you want to do. And please remember, you can always rewatch this video to pick up on anything that you may have forgotten. So first things first, our Google drawing that we have created here is shaped in a not great shape for our Google form. We need it to be more of like a banner, so it needs to be wider than it is tall. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to come up here to File, and we're going to go to Page Setup. And right now it's a standard 4.3, 4 to 3. And we don't want that. That's too boxy. We're going to do Custom. Okay, and when you get to custom, you're going to have this in inches. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make this 16 inches by 4 inches, just like that. So 16 by 4. Okay, after you do that, you say okay, and you're going to notice that it then changes the size. So now we have this big long rectangle. This is our banner that's going to go across our Google form. It should look pretty good. Okay, so we can always adjust this if we need to. Now let's talk about first things first, let's talk about your company name. Okay, so company name, come up with something catchy, something neat, some kind of cool slogan. And what I like to do is I like to use word art. Okay, word art's kind of a cool thing. So you click on Insert. Okay, I was at Insert. Let's do that again. Insert word art. I like using word art, especially for graphics like this. And so I'm going to use my old standard Meyer Tech would be the name of my company. Now you can see right here where it says use enter to save. If you want to put something on 2 lines, you're going to say Shift Enter to go multiple lines. So if I hold Shift and hit Enter, I'll drop my cursor down. If I just hit Enter, it's just going to pop it right in there. Okay. Now here's my company name. What I can do now is I can actually change the font to anything I like. I really like this font. I kind of really like this font too. I can make it bold. I don't know. That's not very polished edges. It doesn't look good for a oh, there you go. That kind of looks good too. So you can play around with the font, find something that you like, resize this. This is what I like about word art. When you resize it, it actually sizes the font for you too. That's why I kind of like it. Drag your box around just like you normally would, and you're going to notice that you get these little red lines. See these red lines? These red lines will actually tell you when you have things centered. So like that is right directly in the center. You can see I have my lines, the one going across the middle there, and then the one going up and down in the middle there tells me I'm centered. So you know what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put my name up a little higher on this, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put design or pictures around. Okay. So that's the first step. Come up with that. I can also change the color of this, which I probably would because I don't necessarily want that powder blue. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start with, I really like these, like kind of these dark, kind of mute kind of looking colors there. But maybe like a bluish color. I kind of like that. So always can change this at any point in time that I want to, which is kind of cool. So let's go on. Let's do option 1, the little harder one. It takes a little bit more creativity, where you're going to be inserting some shapes, kind of basically creating your own design. So again, we're going to go up to insert, and then I'm going to pick shape. Lots and lots of shapes over here you can find. There's arrows, there's callouts, there's the equations. I don't think you're going to use that. But in the shapes themselves, you can find a lot of kind of cool stuff. And so here's where you can do something kind of neat. So like here, I might want to do this. I'm going to make a little banner that goes behind my name, kind of like this. I'm going to resize this. And what you can actually do is you can actually make things. So if I wanted this banner to fit my name, there we go. So now you're going to notice that I covered this up, right? Well, that's not good, is it? Of course it isn't, but I'll show you something to fix here in just a second. So I'm going to size it right about there, I think. That's good. Now, again, I can change my color if I want to. So if I want to go with like a really light color, that's not even going to show up. I don't want that. Maybe I want to go bright. Who knows? Whatever it is that you want to do, you can decide. You can also change the line around the outside of it. So if I wanted to do kind of a red line and make it darker like this, I could do that as well. There's lots of ways to play around with this, and this is where I'm just going to kind of show you a few things, but what I really want you to do, I want you to play around with this and kind of figure this out kind of for yourself. I want you to kind of be creative with this. Now, again, I told you that this is in front of my name, right? And so here's what I can do. I can right click on something, and I'm going to go to order. Okay, so the order is how it's stacked. So think of these as like a bunch of playing cards. You're stacking cards on top of each other. You can change the order. So if I want one of them that's on the bottom, like I want Meyer Tech up on the top, I can change this order. I can say send to back, and then it drops this and brings this right up here. So what I want to do then is I want to make this kind of fit on this banner like so, something that kind of looks like that. Okay, and I may have like a little bit of playing around to do. I might need to make this just a little shorter. There we go, so that it kind of fits on my banner if that's what I want to do. Okay, so now if you have something that looks just like this and that's all you have nothing else with this, I can guarantee you're not going to get very much of a grade. I want to see a very full colored thing. I want to see some really kind of cool shapes. What's interesting is when I go back down here to shapes, you can start putting like some circles on here, and then what's really cool is you can actually have them kind of coming off the edge right here. So remember, anything that's in this edge is what's going to be seen. So I'll actually see this like half circle right here. So this is where you can kind of get creative on what you want to do. And so I can change my color around. Let's say I don't want to do that. I don't want any line on it. I just want to put it like right there. That's going to be, and I could put polka dots around the whole thing if I wanted to. I could resize this if I wanted to. You can also get your shapes from right here. Let me see, there's some other ones in here. Lots of cool stuff. So lightning bolts, there's some clouds, lots of really cool things, neat things to do. I'm not going to go into too many things because I do honestly want you to be as creative as possible. You don't even have to do a banner like I did a banner. I was just showing you how to put them in order. Okay, so be creative. Channel your inner art person and graphic designer and make something that looks kind of very cool. All right, now you can also change the background. So like this, for instance, my background is just plain old white. So if I wanted to go, I could go background here and I could change it to a solid color if I wanted to. I could also go in here to where it says gradient, okay, which is kind of cool. So if I wanted to pick that, so it kind of darkens on the outside and moves to lighter on the inside if I wanted to. So again, play around with the different things that you have here and see if you can come up with something kind of cool and kind of neat to put on your Google form. So that's option 1. Okay, option 1 is that. I'm going to get rid of some of my shapes here because I want to show you option 2 now. So okay, let's go to option 2. Option 2 would be inserting a picture from the internet. Now, this is a business. So since this is a business, and if we're going to use an image from Google, we're going to search this. Oh, I just kind of skipped a step without even telling you. Sorry. Insert image. That's what you want to go to. Insert image. All right. Then you're going to go to search. Now, you can search for images by just typing something in up here. But I want you to see with this little sentence right here that we'd probably normally overlook. It says results shown are labeled for commercial reuse with modification. What's that mean? That means since this is a business for us, although it's a fake business where we're not really making money off of this, but this is a business, we cannot use someone's image that they have unless it is marked that we can use it for commercial reuse. So that means this is an image we can use and we can make money off of it. If it wasn't marked as commercial reuse with modification, then we are basically stealing this from this person, and we are not allowed to do that. So that's part of being a good digital citizen, is using things with the correct copyright on them. So these images that are on here are labeled for commercial reuse, which means we can use them and make money off of them, and we can modify them. So if we don't like the color schemes, we don't like something else, we can change them so we're not stuck to what they're already at. So let's say I want to do like a swirl. Okay, look at that. We got some really cool swirls here, right? So like, I really like this swirl. I'm going to put this swirl in there. So I'm going to say select. Okay, and there's my swirl right there. That's kind of cool looking, right? A little bit of orange and black, but you know what? Maybe I don't like orange and black. Maybe I don't like that at all. So I can actually come in here and I should be able to, oh, here it is, option images right over here. If I click on option image or image options, my goodness. Look at this. I can recolor this thing if I want to. Check that out. I can change it to whatever color scheme I want. So just because I like that picture, I might not like the colors of it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this stretch out. Okay, we'll see what that looks like because I want to fill the whole thing with this. I like that. And I'm going to recolor this. You know what? And I like, oh, look at that. This kind of like a lighter color. That's kind of cool. I like that. So I'm going to do that. So I just changed my color because I can do that. That's my modification part of this, okay? And then again, I'm going to right click on this, go to order, and I'm going to say send to back, and I bring my Meyer Tech up to the front there, okay? So now, although this probably will look maybe a little nicer depending on how creative you are, again, how much work did I put in that? All I did is I typed in swirl on my image insert, right? And I got this, I changed the color. In 2 seconds, I'm done. That's why you cannot get the full 25 points. Now, if you want to do like a mash of both things, like I want to do this as my background, that's cool. And then I'm going to add my own shapes in there. Okay, then I'm going to give you your full credit. But if you're just using images from the internet and that's it, the maximum you can get is only worth 20 points on this part, okay? So I think that's pretty much all I'm going to tell you right now. I kind of want you to kind of find everything else out kind of on your own. And like I said, be creative. Don't rush this assignment. Make it look nice. Take some time into this. Graphic design is something that you might find very interesting, and it might be a good career choice for you. So I'm going to kind of cut my video short here because I am kind of running a little long on time here. So I'm going to cut it short, but please remember all the things I showed you. You can always come back and watch again if you need to, but go ahead and have some fun with this. When it's done, all the way done, don't turn this thing in. Just raise your hand. I'll come over and I'll take a look at it. I may give you some suggestions or some options on how to either make it better or add to it. And then I'll go ahead and I'll just grade it right there from your computer. It's just easier for me. And then we don't want you to turn this assignment in because you have more stuff to do with it. Okay, so go ahead, have at it. Good luck. Make a very cool looking logo, and I can't wait to see what some of your company names are. So go ahead.
Step 13, enjoy popular music.
Jump the charts again, everything is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song.
Everything is awesome.